How's it going, everybody? RyeSquad here today, and we are back with our Hut 23 No Money Spent Road to Glory, the Road to Bread, here in episode number 29. And I am back from my vacation, guys, so we are ready to go. We're going to get some rivals in this one. But first, as you guys can see, we are going to be doing the X-Factor player choice set. And this is just one that I wanted to do just because it doesn't cost you anything, really. It's a bunch of fodder. And now that Team of the Year is done, essentially, for me, unless I pull something out of this pack, I don't really need to conserve my fodder, and I can just kind of go after certain players. I can't wait for the second half of the year. Hopefully, EA kind of lets loose with the whole promos thing, and just it gives us some fun cards. Like, I'd love a Young Guns card from the Sabres. I'd love you know, Darlene got the fantasy hockey card, so they're probably not going to give him another. Tage has been getting prime times all year. But anyway, speaking of elite players, we are going to open our X-Factor pack, and the first one is Kirill Kaprizov. Not a bad first pull. Definitely a worthy player, but our second one is X-Factor McDavid. And oh, I'd be getting so much more hype if I didn't already have him and his Team of the Year. A little bit of a bummer, but our final X-Factor is none other than Victor Headman, and that is going to be who we choose. It's like, no doubt. I mean, obviously McDavid, I can't use two of them. That would be OP, and everybody would be doing it, but unfortunately, I can't do that. So I value Victor Headman over Kirill Kaprizov. Kaprizov's card is nice, but even just up to base Headman, his card is an 87. It's really good. It would instantly pop in there, probably on the second line, move Makar or Letang down from that second pairing, and all of a sudden our defense, which was a massive weakness, becomes a very strong blue line. And I think that's what today's episode is about, is the strong defensive play, the strong blue line that we've developed. And Markstrom now coming in. I know I had 87 Shesterkin, but 85 Markstrom has been absolutely phenomenal for us. And you guys can see here, I do make it official. We do choose Victor Hedman. I don't have the coins. You can see I only have 17,000 in the bank right now. Now, I did sell some cards. I'll show you guys that in the next episode, just because they didn't quite all sell yet. But here we go. Taking a look at the lineup, it has changed a little bit. We got Team of the Year McDavid with Niederreiter and Teravainen. We got the McKinnon line, the Stamkos line with the Fiala we pulled, and then I bought a couple players that look solid for the forward line that can chip in, but also get us our our synergies. The defense, guys, looks so much better. That top pairing with Fox, who's got truculence, is really good. And it's really resulted in me having a lot better results defensively. Now, it could be just because I'm playing smarter, or maybe I'm getting bailed out now because I got high-end players, but that's what I'm expecting them to do. Maybe I'm playing better too, but I don't think I've changed much defensively. I'll still make my couple defensive gaffes, step up a bit too much, but our opponent here is 165, 119, and some overtime losses as well. They're in Div 4. We're in Div 3, just as a reminder. And then you can see here, boom! A massive hit by Nathan McKinnon. He finds Fiala on the back door, and our two new players stepping up in one of their first games for the team. And I said that's the reason why I loved Tage Thompson when I had him. That McKinnon absolutely laying the boom right there, and we get a 1-0 lead off the turnover. We jump forward here late in the second. A glancing blow there. Keller can't quite do anything. I'm hoping Fox can pick up the puck. He can't. A little weirdness going on behind the net. And then I don't know what Ward is doing on the back door with Zegras literally right behind him. I was hoping he might pick that one off, but hey, you know, it is what it is. I probably should have played that one better when I had Fox behind the net, but our opponent, with just 90 seconds to go in the first period, is able to tie this game up. But we're going to jump ahead here. Late in the first, 8.9, we have a power play, and oh man, guys, the passing plays were working today. Teravainen to DeBrincat, over to Niederreiter, off the faceoff from McDavid, a clean win. Tic-tac-toe. We have regained the 2-1 advantage, or a 1-goal lead, I should say. Niederreiter from DeBrincat and Teravainen on the power play. You can see the passing here just working. He's left all alone on the back door. Opponent was caught chasing the puck, and we were able to just move it quickly. And I found that if I'm moving the puck a little bit faster on offense, moving it before they get in tight, not trying to dangle or anything like that, I'm finding success with that. And you can see here, Letang to Fiala. Fiala is able to get around the outside here. We're going to stop. We're going to kind of deke him out. And then, oh, that one hurts for my opponent. That's Fiala's second of the game, but as you guys saw, I didn't really shoot the puck. I kind of came out in front of the net, and my opponent poked right then and there. And their goalie had kind of come off the post. I don't know why or how, but he pokes it into his own net, and halfway through the second, we now have a 2-goal advantage. You can see here, now we get green. We're going to set up, hopefully, for the tip shot. But we do dangle through the slot, which was left wide open, and Mike Green scores that. I remember that one. He went flying because he thought I was going to go D to D, but I held on to it. Then he didn't switch, and when he didn't switch, I had the confidence to drive the net because the slot was open. Everybody was spread, and we had a ton of space to go ahead and make that move. And with 5:09 in the second, we now have a 4-1 advantage. A big hit there by Tavares. We're going to pick it up with Makar. I get a little cheeky here. Instead of just going across the ice and breaking it out normally, I try and go back up the boards because I thought I could quickly turn around the defender that was chasing, but they block the pass and find St. Louis on the back door with 7.7 to go in the second. With that much time in the second, I shouldn't have forced it up the boards. But after a quick scrum in front of the net, here at the end of the game, it's 4-2, and that is the final. You guys can see that defensively, we're not really allowing more than 2 goals in any game I've had Markstrom. I really think that every game that I've shown you guys that I've played, and just that I can remember, I don't think I've scored more than, or allowed more than 2 goals. But then now, we're going to go up against our next opponent, which is Units 4, 5, 6. The Toronto Maple Leafs fan, but we are on home ice. We got our SC Berlin jerseys. I kind of like these. I got to do the daily challenges to get the Buffalo Sabres goat head jersey, because I think that would look clean in game. It's kind of the color that I look for. I look for like the dark or the red, or not the blues and things like that. Those are too common of a jersey and are very hard to differentiate from the white. But here we go. We got to Brinkat. A good breakout pass. A toe drag gets him across. He loses his man, and oh my goodness, I was loving this one, guys. DeBrincat from Ward and McDavid. You can see here this little toe drag. Now, I skipped it. I tried to skip. Our opponent actually watched it. So thank you to my opponent for watching it. I don't know if you were angry or if you're like, what happened, or trying to assess, or just appreciating that nice goal, because that was pretty good. But now with Stamkos, we get around the outside. We cut to the front. Oh, we can't get the backhand across to go, but Zibanejad finds Fiala on the back door, and like I got scored on in the last one, I'm able to score that same goal where his defender's there. I'm not too sure how that one really went in, or why it went in, or how it got through, but hey, it did, and we have a 2-0 lead. This is the first, like, gameplay episode where I think I'm not down 2-0 and trying to battle back. Now, that is generally in Champs, but maybe this is a sign of things to come this weekend in Champs. But here you can see Marner gets around. We get the poke check off. McKinnon is blocking the pass, but he passes it through Markstrom. That was 100% a pass. That was not a shot. You can just tell by the animation and the way it went in. And you could hear it, and he just backhand fires that thing low. I doubt that was intentional, but hey, our opponent cuts the lead back to 1, and they have a chance now. But that's going to be all she wrote, and I just flipped the puck out because there's no time left. I love doing that with no time. It actually came back to bite me in squad battles, but that's offline. Online, I just like doing that. I don't know. I find it fun. Hopefully people don't think I'm toxic or anything like that. I just kind of dump it out. Souvenir for the fan after a win. But there you guys can see we have 1,300 Champs points. We're only 700 away and 200 per win. We're getting there. We might be able to play Champs this weekend. I know I've got the World GWC collectible. I may play that instead of Champs this weekend. Let me know what you guys want to see. Should I do that, or should I just play Champs? Fraft time is our next opponent, the Montreal Canadiens fan. I do absolutely love the arena presentation. I know this is not like what teams authentically do, but man, is it so cool to see it, especially in ESHL and with our created team that I will be doing a franchise mode on in a little bit. But we're here to talk about Hut, and we got Team of the Year McDavid. He's going to find Niederreiter, get around his man. We pass it to McDavid. He uses him as a bank pass to himself. McDavid gets absolutely clobbered. I mean, like, McDavid had the puck for maybe a tenth of a second. At most, maybe a tenth of a second. Probably even less time than that, but you can see here, Niederreiter gets around his man, uses McDavid as a board to bank it off, and Niederreiter absolutely snipes the top corner in that one. So, you know, McDavid took a hit to make a play, I guess, probably not appreciating the pass there. But here we go. We are unable to pick it off, but a good step up there by Ward, and I'll tell you what, guys, Ward and Fox have been phenomenal. Fox now finds Teravainen. Teravainen with a nice windmill. Teravainen to the back door to McDavid. And McDavid, after getting clobbered on the last goal, is the beneficiary of a slick-looking windmill from Teuvo Teravainen and gets the goal. So he's rewarded. I think he got an assist, too, on the Niederreiter goal. So he's now got 2 points. What a windmill. I wish I wouldn't have skipped it so quickly. I just kind of wanted to see that angle right there now that I look back at it. But I don't want to be toxic. But now we're into the second period here. The truculence comes off, and we can't really nudge Headman off the puck. Larkin does nudge Larkin, but Larkin shrugs off the check from Larkin, and Ward loses his man on the back door, and our opponent scores a goal. It's now, I think, 2-1. And that one was a bit upsetting, but, you know, I can't really be too upset. He was in position. I knocked him off the puck a couple times behind the net. They had two guys behind the net, so the board play didn't work, and I didn't quite play the cross crease well enough. I was hoping Ward might do something to block it, but he just lost his man on the back door, and that happens. But our opponent now has cut the lead back to 1. We have another power play, and early in the power play, we're going to get Niederreiter, who absolutely destroys the goaltender. I think it's Markstrom in net, or it might be Huso. It's Ville Huso, that's right. He's in net. And what a deke by Niederreiter, assisted by McDavid, who's got 3 points. But the push, we get in tight. Oh my goodness, Huso. That animation just looks so good because he just got torched. Jockstrap in the rafters, as I like to say. And just, it looks so good. That looks such a realistic, like, just break the goalie's ankles kind of thing. But Crosby gets poke checked by Larkin here. We're going to find Fox, who's going to skate it up, hit McDavid out of the box to Larkin to McDavid to Teravainen, and there is another passing play, a pretty one. That's what I'm saying, guys. I just pass it quicker. I've been watching a lot of Eki, I think is his name, EKI, one of the top players in the world, and I've seen him move the puck quite a bit, quite quickly, and when you get that little triangle, so you got to do it. You got to move the puck. And it looked gorgeous. Oh my God, that was one I was absolutely in love with. We get decked there, though, with just 2 minutes to go. Our opponent down by 3, fires it up to Eichel, who steps around Ward. I block the cross crease, and puck still finds his way to Crosby. If this game was any closer, I'd be a little bit upset by that one or worried about it. But, you know, I went down. I stopped the pass. Somehow it got through everybody. And our opponent is the beneficiary of that. 368 points for McCann. That's a lot of points. It's a lot of games played. That's like either he's getting a point per game with McCann or he's played like 400, which is quite a few. But with just 3 seconds left, we're going to get McKinnon absolutely clobbered by Headman again, which I can't wait to use my own Headman. But that's going to have to wait for the next one, guys, because we are going to get another win here. We're up to 1,500 Hut Champs points. We're really close to Champs. So you guys let me know, should I be grinding for Champs or should I just play the GWC this weekend? You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.
This a free for all, but what we fall. This a free for all.